Hello students, in this class we'll discuss data mining. What is data mining? Data mining is the art and science of discovering knowledge or patterns or insights in data. You know, when it comes to a business, I have to collect the raw data from different sources and I have to store it in a database or data warehouse. And then I have to use this data mining techniques to get a knowledge out of that huge volume of data or some insights or patterns from that data. And these knowledge will be used for the growth of my business. So data mining is the art of getting knowledge or patterns or insights out of the data. And these patterns, what I am getting out of the huge volume of data, it should be a valid one, novel. It should be a new one, not the existing one, potentially useful and understandable. The implicit assumption is that about the past can reveal patterns of activity that can be projected into the future. So the data, huge volume of data that is available can give some patterns that will be useful for the future. And data mining is a multidisciplinary field. It is a multidisciplinary field. And it also draws the knowledge of decision making from the field of business management. We can see an example. There is a knowledge or there is a study like people, those who 90% of the people, those who buy cheese and milk will buy bread. So if grocery shop people have this knowledge or pattern, they can have bread along with cheese and milk in their grocery shop. So customer, when they come to buy cheese, right, and milk, they can buy 3 products instead of 2. Right, along with cheese and milk, they can get the bread. So they can buy 3 products instead of 2, so that the profit of that shop, it will be more. So this is an example for data mining. Next comes to gathering and selecting data. Right. The total amount of data in the world is doubling every 1.5 years. Right. And this ever-growing avalanche of data is coming with higher velocity and volume, and it is in variety of data formats. So one has to quickly use it or you will lose it. So gathering data takes time, particularly in unstructured data and semi-structured data. Right? What is unstructured data? Unstructured data comes from blogs, images, videos, audios, and charts. So these are examples of unstructured data. So this unstructured data has to be made structured one before it is stored in your data warehouse. Next, coming to data cleansing and preparation. When it comes to data cleaning or pruning part, duplicate data has to be removed, and if there is any missing value, it has to be filled in, and data elements should be comparable. Data elements should be comparable. Currency value needs to be adjusted. That is, if I want to compare the inflation rate of current date with the previous one, you know, definitely the currency value of today, it won't be the same as that of the currency value of 5 years back. So if I want to compare these two data, the currency value has to be adjusted. Right? So data elements, if it needs to be comparable, it has to be adjusted. And continuous values may need to be binned into a few buckets to help with some analysis. So continuous values, it can be categorized. For example, work experience, it can be categorized into low, medium, and high. So continuous value, it can be categorized. Next is outlier data elements need to be removed. So to avoid skewing, we have to avoid the outlier elements. That is, the element that is out of range should be removed. Ensure that the data is representative of the phenomenon under analysis by correcting for any biases. There should not be any biases when we select data for representing. So All these things comes under this data cleaning and preparation part. Next is evaluating data mining results. So when it comes to data mining process, we have two types, supervised learning and unsupervised learning. Supervised learning uses labeled data. Supervised learning uses labeled data, that is output of the data will be known, and these data sets will be used to train the model so that your machine learning model can predict the future instances. Right? So in supervised learning, your data set will be classified, and these data sets will be used to train your machine learning model to predict the future data instances. So a common metric for all classification techniques is predictive accuracy. So predictive accuracy is equal to correct predictions by total predictions. Correct predictions by total predictions. So this is a confusion matrix. You can see true class. So classes, you have two classes, positive class and a negative class, and these are the predictive classes. Theta. So this is my original classification and this is my prediction. I'll repeat, original classification, that is your true class, and this is your predictive class, how it is predicted, whether it is predicted correctly or wrongly. So you take a data and you assume the data is classified into a positive one. Right? The data is classified as a positive data. Now my question is whether it is predicted as a positive one. So it is classified as a positive one. That is my true classification, true class. So if it is predicted as a positive one, if it is predicted positive, it will be a true positive. It will be a true positive. Suppose you have a data, it is classified as negative. If it is classified as negative, right? But if it is predicted as positive, its original classification is negative, but I am saying it is positive. If it is predicted as positive, it comes under false positive. Right? Next is you have a data. You have a data that is classified as positive. It is classified as positive, but if it is predicted as negative, if it is predicted as negative, it is classified, original classification is positive, but if it is predicted as negative, it is false negative. It is false negative. Next, you have a data that is classified as negative, right? Original classification is negative, but if it is predicted as negative, original classification is negative and prediction is negative, both are same. So that is true negative. That is true negative. So in this confusion matrix, which is the correct prediction? Positive data should be predicted as positive data and negative data should be predicted as negative data. Only those two are correct predictions. Right? So here correct predictions are true positive and true negative is the correct prediction. So how can you find this predictive accuracy? Predictive accuracy is equal to correct prediction by total number of predictions. So that is true positive plus true negative by the complete total number of predictions, the complete predictions that give you the predictive accuracy. Next, coming to data mining techniques. Supervised learning and unsupervised learning. In supervised learning, I have labeled data set. So using this data, I can make a decision model, and this model can predict the correct answer for the future data instances. Right, that is my supervised learning. So this supervised learning has machine learning techniques and statistical techniques. So under machine learning techniques, I have decision trees and neural networks. Under statistical techniques, I have this regression model. So what is decision tree? Decision tree is a tree-like structure The branches in this decision tree represent a decision rule, and the leaf node represents the label, and the intermediate node represents the test features. Right? And this decision tree is used for classification. And coming to neural networks, see, this neural networks mimics the human neural structure. So when our human neuron receives a stimuli, it processes it and communicate to the other neurons, and finally a neuron will decide an output and it will be passed on. So decision is taken by a single neuron. Similarly, keeping this as a basic model, we have designed a neural network structure, and the number of layers depends upon the complexity of the domain. Number of layers depends upon the complexity of the domain, and this neuron is trained. This neuron is trained with the labeled data set, and finally this network layer starts learning, and it could be able to identify the correct answer for the data instances, future data instances. It can predict the correct answers for the given data instances. That is your neural network. And coming to statistical techniques, we have this regression techniques. And regression techniques, as I said, it is statistical technique. So it is related with mathematical equations, and these equations are used to represent the data. And coming to unsupervised learning, in unsupervised learning, I don't have any labeled data set. And here, how I can form the classification is like using clusters. Right? I can perform clustering. So what is clustering? Grouping the data set with similar properties into a group is clustering. Keeping the data set with similarities in a single group is cluster. Right? So I have this k-means clustering and many algorithms under this clustering analysis. Next comes the association rules. In association rule, like I can find the association or relationship between the data available in a huge data set. Like in the beginning of the video, like I told, right? So customers who tend to buy cheese and milk will buy bread also. 90% of the customer who buy cheese and milk will buy bread. Right? So using these association rules, I can find the association or relationship between the data. So this is one this is one relationship among this data. Which data? Cheese, milk and bread. So 90% of the customer who buy cheese and milk will buy bread. Likewise, I can find the association or relationship among the data. Next is tools and platforms for data mining. So data mining tools have existed for many decades. We can see there are simple and sophisticated tools. Simple tool is your Microsoft Excel, and sophisticated tools are IBM SPSS Modeler. Likewise, you have standalone and embedded tools. So embedded tools, like there are some embedded tools in your warehouse and ERP system. You have open source and commercial tools like open source tool such as Veka, and you have other commercial products. You have your user interface tool, that is your graphical user interface tool, and you have data format. You have some data formats to apply these tools, like your CSV file, comma separated files. So these are the tools and platforms for data mining. So thank you.